Okay, so this is the second part in the line of tutorials. You haven't seen the first part. I would suggest go watch that because that's trying to make another typical lead. Today we're going to show. I'm going to try and show you how to make another lead. It's this one here. This one. I'll play it for you. And I'll show you how to make that. So there's no additional effects I've added here. It's all done within Vanguard. Let's close some of this. So that's basically all it is, really. If we bring up the piano roll, I'll show you. All it is two notes on two octaves. Make sure they're the same octave, just one octave above each other. This is, I think that's G sharp, C, D, E, F. Yeah, G sharp. I was right. So playing G sharp twice. There we go. Okay, so I started out with two saw waves. Detuned one by about 12 semitones. Pretty much the same as I did on the previous lead that I showed you. Decay and sustain I increased. Release, you don't need a release because other stuff will help it out, giving it a similar effect that the release would do. For the second lot, these will help control. It's almost like a filter effect. So we've increased the attack on the second row, and the decay as well. I've increased that. I think those are the main you need to worry about. Okay. What also have I done? Yeah. Yeah, it's just on the first LFO, I've added a slight G detune, which you can also add for your liking. For the filter, I've added a band pass with a shape 2. Don't ask me. I just thought it sounded the best. Increase the drive, of course. You can use that to roughen up. You could also use that as a automation if you wanted. So as you go through the track, just automate it to sound more rougher. Like so. The spread I've increased by a tad bit. It just gives it that stereo effect. If we take off the gate, trans gate, and the arpeggiator, take off delay and reverb, take off all these effects, I'll show you what it would sound like without it on. So I added a gate to give it that like stutter effect. Okay. And then I added an arpeggiator. I used 3 octaves for this, going up. And then on that you can add a glide. What a glide does, it changes between the notes and raises up towards them or down, depending on which way they're going. So it like fades into it, really. It's hard to explain, but that's pretty much the idea. It's like a pitch bend. It goes through the pitch bend and a bit like that. And you can change that to make it a bit faster. But I thought one sounded the best. And then the trans gate, of course. After which you can add delay and reverb. Reverb is one of the main things, as I've said before, to make it sound big. If you want a big sounding lead or anything, reverb is good. I would personally, in the effects here, I would add reverb first to make it sound big, and then delay to delay that big sound. But I shouldn't be really telling you that's one of my tricks. But yeah, sound goodenizer. I use this quite a lot. This is a good. I don't know what it does really. It makes it sound weird. It must EQ it in some sort of unusual way. But yeah, it's a good little tool. That just try checking out. It's so simple to use. Anyway, go back to that. And we had the reverb. I like to keep it quite damp. Because if you pull the dampness down, it will sound a lot like the original. All those frequencies will still be in there. So I just turn the dampness up, and that almost does like a filter effect on the reverb. So experiment with those settings. Room sound, I usually try and make it as big as possible, but it's really up to you. And delay, it's up to you. Change the timing on them. I mean, it really depends on what's best fits with your track. Stereo or cross, they work just as well as each other, really. I try and go for stereo effects on delay, which is probably the best in my opinion. Not when you're listening in mono, of course, but what can we say, really? But yeah, I think that's pretty much all you could do on that. You could add some effects within the channel and EQ it. EQ the channel, make it sound a bit brighter, a bit fuller. It's up to you what you want to do with it. You could add a chorus or a flanger. Flangers are also good. So that's worth checking out. Right, so now I've shown you that, I'll show you the basic track. This is a simple layout of what I've been working on. Let's bring up the... Okay, so that's basically a very simple way of making another lead sound within Vanguard, and how it sounds typically psychedelic. Hope this has been useful to you. Peace out.